Howdy, y'all. I'm Peter, and I'm coming back to play Disco Elysium. Uh, Combat Light RPG, where I am a detective who drank themselves into another dimension. I don't know anything about anyone, including myself. And also, there's a dead body, a hanged man. So, what I know about myself in this game is that I actually was a pretty good cop. I seem to have an ex of some sort who drove me to my depression. I've got a couple of tickets for her, I assume, and a postcard from her, I assume. Whether she is alive or dead, I don't know. My character had a massive breakdown. What I did learn last session is that my character was not always a complete fuck up. Um, they were at some point actually a really good cop. As for the case, what I know about that, there was a hanged man outside of a bar for about a week. And I had been on scene for several days. Still hanging up there. There was a kid throwing rocks at it. One of the bartenders quit, presumably because I was the worst patron ever, but possibly because of the body. The clothes for the body were dumped into a waste bin that supposedly only the garbage people and the bar employees would have access to. Though who knows how easy it is to pick that lock. Um, Additionally, there was a racist mug in that thing, in the dumpster, and I don't know. I feel like that's maybe important. It doesn't seem like the kind of thing that the bar would have. Oh, hi, Neffy. So I'm wondering how it got there as well. Um, the clothes seem kind of quasi-military. There's a kid who hangs out around the place that um, tried to get to answer some questions. He's uncooperative. Everyone, well, not everyone around here. People around here are not terribly fond of the police, preferring their own dock workers union to keep the peace. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Okay. Now, since I now know I was a super cop, I actually feel a whole lot more comfortable asking the precinct.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
I feel a lot more comfortable asking my precinct to pay my bar tab, which is substantial.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Just a moment, officer.
10-4, come in, officer. Over.
I am in dire need of financial assistance.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but... What does he want now? He's asking for money. Is he fucking kidding? I don't think he is. Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Oh, no, I drank it all last night. That's why I need it today.
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
Okay, fine, I heard you. No funds.
Anything else, sir? Over.
Transmission completed. I ain't gonna tell him I lost my gun.
Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
Alright. So, what leads have I got left? Still a little suspicious of the bar people, but instead, the hanged man. Yeah. Mirror. Footprints and dust. What are these? Tasks that I have not yet done. Can I just... I got some pretty good empathy. I just can't... These are the found white... Okay. So I can't do these again until I've leveled some things up. That one I can, but... no, my endurance is garbage. I'm at the waterfront. Okay. Who made the call? And where's my gun? Okay, let's see. There was a pawn shop around here somewhere? Miss Gardner, would you,
I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few days ago.
I'd like some directions, please.
Of course. Where to?
What's in the east?
The harbor gates? Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store too.
Store to the east. What's north?
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot really. Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident probably. Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago. It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach. No problem.
Thank you for your kindness. Now, let's see, there was a phone that they likely called from. The most able-bodied man. That's amusing. What is this? What's a fritted? What is a fritted? Are you food?
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
What is this fritted?
I don't know. Frit?
What is it?
A 7 to 11 grocery store.
Ah.
I think they think that the extra tea makes it funkier. It doesn't.
Okay.
The story goes that normal Flinter with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already taken. So when Flinter Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter to avoid trademark infringement.
What's a magazine?
You mean this?
No, the other magazine you're reading. Colorful photos of 2 girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars.
Alright.
It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
I mean, I'm not actually interested in it, but, what is the Fashion Police feature?
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
I like your hat.
No. I don't like it. I hate it.
Shoot.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
Alright, let's go. And no reason to believe you know anything. I just thought this might have been a, pawn shop.
The
What is
tear
this?
machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Okay. Recycle return thing. Oh my goodness. Okay. I am in desperate need of cash. That seems like a cutscene thing. I'm not sure I want to go there yet. Rolling in rags, that's my bar, which I can't go into the kitchen right now. Bookstore, lovely. Actually, okay. So car crashes in, goes out. Can't have gone up that way. Huh. Cracked pavement. That's a good sign. Ancient fountain with a tree in it. Lovely. And a sewer grate. Somewhat useful. Pawn shop. Pawn shop.
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
You know what happened here?
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol.
Huh.
The words, Daredevil Driver, sound ominous to you.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here. Especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
You know, what's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Alright, thanks. Is this? What is this?
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant poles. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Okay. Repairs Wednesday. Pawn shop. Let's see if they got my gun. Alright, cash register, but not a gun. Film projector. Oh, and then lighting effect. Oh, hello, good sir. I did not see you there. Bust of a busty woman. DEI. Alright, and military wear. Some eccentric fashions. Hello.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back.
Who?
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine.
Alright, let's try and dig up a truly cool figure in the box.
Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse. A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say foul.
What is this?
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider.
Who?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head.
Well, I'm not sure what I expected, but more than that.
50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
Yeah, okay.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
Good, I need luck. Alright.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Is that a streetlight?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide.
Just let the gaze run over it.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
I have a living room? That's news to me. Yeah, not really interested in the
The
light.
boomboxes on the shelf look well loved and well traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels. One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. This is you, golden orange, a sunset suite.
Why, thank you for that, Sadie. I suspect the postman has arrived. Okay.
Just make sure it lands before you buy it.
I don't have enough money for this to matter. Let's see if I can locate the gun.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
You had any trouble lately?
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Some of your goods are better than others.
It keeps me entertained.
Nope. Huh. Do you happen to have any guns?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Well, shit. Okay. Guess my gun wasn't stolen.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh God. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
Tell me about the buyer.
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive. but I was just happy to get rid of it. And of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Okay, somebody terrifying who refers to themselves as Pig.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Yeah, no, good job.
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
I don't like it either.
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. We have to find her.
Any idea where I can find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
Oh, well, it's good that I bought the lucky figure, because that's what? My gun, my badge, the person who called in about the hanged man. A lot of needles in this haystack. Should run into one eventually. At least I knew how I lost it.
Of course.
I have other business to take care of. Finding my living room. Alright. Yeah. Also need more funding. Alright. Can't equip it to anything, can I? Nope. Right. Tools, clothing, interactables. How long have I got? A bit longer for the long way from home. That look unsavory. Fire trucks leading onto the roof. Huh. That's odd. It's, Talk to some locals.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
I am the law.
You sure are, my man. From another planet. Hey there.
What's going on?
It's the jam, my man.
What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating. All around clusterfuck.
Wow, great time to be drunk and not knowing anything.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
Yeah, limbo sounds like that's where I am.
Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
How long have you been stopped?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of my zoo.
Extravagantly phrased. I mean, I like you, man.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
There we are. That's what I was asking. So you... Okay, so it's been a traffic jam for about as long as that guy has been dead. Wonder if he was a scab? Or perhaps some company infiltrator?
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
Know anything about the dead man?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
I like the cut of this guy's mustache. What's your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
What can you tell me about this strike?
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
What are they demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? Forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town too. Like a strike negotiator type. They know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes, from the White Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Anything else?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of you who?
Us lorry drivers. Camioners. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
Not you?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
Yeah, what do you see?
In his eyes, an unfamiliar longing, flecks of brown and gold.
How is that familiar?
It's hard to say. His gaze wanders southwest, down the street that goes beyond the horizon.
What you looking at, my man?
Excuse me?
A flinch jolts his frame. The question has touched a nerve.
Let's empathize. I get longing. Felt something similar since I woke up.
Man, I don't know what to say. Not much anyone can do. There's no helping in absence, you know.
I think I do. Sniffed a postcard and passed out.
I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, second kid on the way, waiting all the way in Diora. And here I am stuck in this shit, so far from home.
What's a Diora?
Diora of the Seven Seas. It's on the other end of Le Caillou, pretty much. On another island called Laurentire, off mainland. We've got a little place there. Can almost hear my kid laugh when it snows.
What's it like to miss somebody?
What's it like? Good. And bad. An ache that brings you joy. I think of them a lot. I dream up these silly scenarios in great detail of living with them. It comforts me. What about you, Copman? You missing someone?
Is that what it is? This feeling?
I miss somebody. Just don't know who.
I feel for you, my friend. It's bad enough to know who you miss. Missing like that doesn't feel like it has much of an upside. But, thanks for this. It's nice to talk to someone. And I know it wasn't easy to ask. I hope you find your way through your own troubles.
What are you hauling after all?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
He's merely joking.
Wicked. Always wanted a friend in the underworld.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grodd and the Oxidants, though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
What's your machine behind you? Or that's your machine behind
This
you?
rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6.
Interested? Not really. Yeah, let's keep talking.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry.
How much do those tracksuits cost?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
Alright.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Good for now.
Don't be a stranger.
What is this?
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Who?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane."
Oh, they liked Philip. What did this king do?
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
Okay. In what way?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he manage to do that?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Auron. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
The man certainly knew how to live.
Deplorable farce. No wonder everything went to shit. Yeah.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
So he's addicted to nose candy. A bloated druggie.
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later. Right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
So where is he buried?
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
Funny that the statue's still here.
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the Coalition's airships during the turn of the century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the Coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
So who cared about it enough to put it back together?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city.
Oh, well, that's one way of looking at it.
The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
I don't think it's brilliant unless your plan is to foment more of a revolution amongst the disenfranchised. Which I think if they've got enough money to restore the statue was probably a bad idea for them.
People in Martinez tend to agree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders, with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either.
I'll take some free experience points. Hello? What do you know?
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes, and food money. Maybe she's your...
Excuse me, madam. I'd like to ask you some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Grandma?
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is gray like lead.
That's probably mine. That's probably mine. Alright, so what I got right now is +1 physical instrument, whatever that is, versus +1 conceptualization, but -1 suggestion. So I can swap that out. Can I swap that out? Oh my god, that looks even worse. Okay, what is physical instrument? Flexing muscles. Yeah, that's not me. Let's stick with the conceptualization for now. Less suggestion. Not a fan of that. But okay. Alright, let's see what the rabble rousers are talking about. Who are you?
Bastards! We have a right to work!
What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Nope.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work!
Not fond of your cause, but I'm not here to mess with you yet.
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
I don't think I've chosen any sides yet.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers.
I would have assumed the higher-ups owned the factory. The workers were lower.
I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the...
Right to work! Right to work!
I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here.
Shame on you!
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
Who are all these strike breakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
I'm so confused. They're saying words I'm familiar with, but it's the wrong sides. It's all twisted around. Huh. Interesting. Okay.
We came here to help the Hala run smoothly in time of crisis. If Union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were
Given a job to do!
What's your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you can't get in?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. And try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guards blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Head measurer?
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him.
Well, seem pretty capable of taking down one guy.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Have you tried, like, talking to them?
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
Okay. I'm gonna leave that for now. This is not something I know enough about to get involved in. Let's see. What's that? Oh, yes, please. I feel like I'm going to need all the morale boosters I can get. Who are you?
Welcome to Elysium.
Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Huh.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
Good for you, Kim.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
So we are in limbo. Uh, uh, oh, we're here for a job. Politics while wearing identifiable uniforms, not a good idea. So we are in limbo.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
No, it isn't, but...
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense.
Now, there's a racist mug in a dumpster that also has the clothes of a dead man that doesn't fit the aesthetic of the bar that uses that dumpster. And here's a racist man who's been hanging out for about as long as the dead man's been, well, hanging out.
Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Yeah, I got your back, Kim.
You do make a cute couple. You know that?
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness. You sense slight embarrassment for the outburst. Or is it pride? Impossible to tell.
Yeah. Kinda wanted to play good cop, racist cop to get this guy talking. See if maybe there was a KKK equivalent around here hanging people. But that was a low probability, and I think the risk of alienating Kim and the benefit of backing him up were greater than whatever scraps of information this rando might have had. Alright, we got a couple.
Whatever you say, officers.
What was that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge, no. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
I can't remember what that means. Please explain.
People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
I mean, look at that face. Doesn't that face just scream superior by design? That little ears and that flabby neck. Yeah, I can really tell. You're a prime example.
Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources.
Oh, wait. Stop competing for resources? That sounds like a good thing. Okay, and?
This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kids are showing up good lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruder species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
Oh my god, just tell me where your KKK meeting is so I can see whether or not they hung somebody.
Cultural victory? What is this then?
Oh, gonna say nothing. If you say nothing, people assume you agree with them.
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new subrace, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
Oh no. Okay. Don't want to alienate Kim in any way. So yeah, let's talk about something else.
Go right ahead. You may be a cop, but that won't help you avoid the calamity to come.
Oh, but some friends just might.
Lieutenant Kitsuraga's stern expression remains unchanged, but you sense something there. Below, not a lot of moral fiber on this one yet, he thinks, wriggled out of it.
Is this your mug?
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while.
Ah, so not his.
God, man. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
Huh. Isn't that ironic? What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
For about a week?
The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so.
What were you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Apples.
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
What are you
Oh,
hauling?
not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo. Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Sounds like a cover story to me.
Look, as detective. I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges. Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular, Koiko picked apples.
Damn, you're not gonna get more out of him on this. He's put up the wall of racism.
Isn't something about the rights and privileges of lorrymen?
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges.
And what privilege?
Sure fuck it is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient, very prestigious.
Carter's Guild. This sounds like something that might want somebody dead.
Goddamn right. They've been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit. But when they try to replace us, they'll regret it.
I'm glad they made the scab handsome and articulate and not the racist. 'Cause I don't like either of those groups, but I think I can handle an articulate scab more than I can an articulate racist. It's also far more believable.
Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass. Mark my words. Generations of practice and no laughing matter.
So you've got a guild of some sort. I need to loop back to
Yeah,
that.
they're a big deal. My great-grandfather, sure fuck it is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient.
And a
very
Carter's Guild.
prestigious. Goddamn right. They've been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit. But when they try to replace us, they'll regret it.
Same answer.
Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass.
Alright.
Mark my words. Generations of practice and no laughing matter.
I'm done for now. Hey, book kid, did you see anything?
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
Hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
Not really. It's okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
I'm afraid not. Let's start with the name.
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
And you're in the cold because...
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance and biographies of famous people.
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling. But she's cold.
I could help by brutally dismantling the free market. I mean, that's a different conversation. You're cold. Can I give you a hand in any way?
Kind of you to offer, sir.
What could you do to help her anyway?
Other than dismantling the free market, let's have a talk with the store owner.
Oh no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Shouldn't you be at school?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
What is school, anyway?
School? Well, mine is a big yellow building on Boogie Street, and the people there run it. They say it's a charity.
Oh, I don't like either of these options. I absolutely don't want to tell her that school is stupid. But also I don't want to imply that helping her family keep food on the table is not important. I'll imply that school is more important than this.
Mum says it's necessary to do both, because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
Oh, man. Right.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
How is business?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Cursed how?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Say nothing.
Well, they run out of money and have to stop doing business.
That sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this. I mean, magic curses aren't real. There's more to a curse than magic often.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here.
Yes! Please do also look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games are there, sir.
What do you know about... How does this curse manifest itself?
It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather.
Kim, you don't understand. People often attach mythoses to real things. I don't know, maybe this curse is a gas link or lead in the pipes or something. Or maybe it's a criminal, I don't know, cabal of frickin' kobolds in the sewers. Or stealing pennies and hung a man for finding them out or not leaving out cream. I don't know. But Kim, the plasmic manifestations.
No such thing.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir?
Enough about curses for now. What do you know about the other failed businesses?
Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. Don't really know what's there.
Enough for now.
Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead.
What about this crime business?
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Wait, not fiction. I need to know what crime is. It's that bad.
Crime is what we were solving before this conversation began.
Alright, I get it. Crime, murder gets people going.
And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him.
By the way, I'm a cop.
You don't look much like a policeman.
What are you talking about? As I sit here with rubber gloves on. What does a cop look like?
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
Well, fine. Yeah, I learned my initials last session, but I forgot them already. It's not your body that's important, it's your head.
Head? Yes.
Not head, child. Heads.
Flexibility. Millions of different people out there, and you have to get into their heads. Sometimes you gotta be a killer to catch a killer.
Isn't that very dangerous?
Policemen live and breathe danger. Mullen lacks the chameleonic skill.
Unlike you, sir. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for you.
I bet he never went on a drunken bender and then forgot his name, his badge, whether or not he had a family, his address, or anything else about the world.
Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
Alright, I'll deduce something now.
You failed to deduce anything substantial.
Shit! Oh! Oh! Oh, one! One down!
She waits intently.
Let's be a joke. You are very small.
Come on, don't be silly. That's not a proper deduction.
Alright, see you around. Oh my goodness, really? Rolled a 4. Just needed a 5. Well, let's talk with your mother.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by We're-Out-related merchandise.
Not allowed to go into the back, huh? Let's talk to you.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
I will not.
A golden pendant hangs around the woman's neck, in the shape of what looks like a tiny fish head trapped in amber.
Curious pendant.
Oh yes, helps to have an anchor in these times.
So you're the owner?
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
And your daughter outside?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post, doing her job like a proper girl?
Okay. You and I might have some problems. Of course she was.
Wonderful! Did you talk to her?
Yep.
Great! On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
Not gonna grade a human being. I don't do that.
Come now, it's not personal. It's about proper sales practices and market research. I expect an answer.
And unfortunately, I have to give one. Alright, 10. She's very helpful and polite.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as Maya and Ed.
I honestly don't know if I have kids. It strikes me as wrong how you're handling her.
Mind your own business, sir. In our society, people don't get to tell each other how to raise their children. It's none of your or anyone's business.
What happened to market research?
Denial is the way she copes with criticism.
It's not my jurisdiction. Let's change the subject.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
Tell me about this curse.
Cursed? Who said that? An Ed? I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity. My business is thriving, sir.
What in God's name is she talking about? Doesn't feel like it's thriving. Feels ghostly.
Well, see ya. You clearly don't know anything. This is part of the
You
shop.
see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Examine the cage-like trinket.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges.
Seminese, that's the East Asian equivalent of this world, right?
Inhabitants of Ile-de-Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fishhead charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
What is behind the curtains?
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
Alright, Karen.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
I mean, I'm curious, but there's also a dead body, and I have no reason to believe that this is involved in any way. Cool. Yeah, that's probably mine. Bullet holes. From where?
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Oh, let's take a look inside.
A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word owner written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards.
Oh, I know that name.
That's Cumo on the lens.
Why, thank you for that logic.
Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast, studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. You know this to be the star of Periconesus, or the Cairo, the central symbol of the Periconesian church, a star, a great moral height to be strived towards. The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows. Around the large wooden building, you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent set up on the ice.
Poor little viewer.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
Alright. So, Kuno gets around, huh? Getting a little far from the scene of the crime for right now. Alright, let's go talk to the two shady characters. Looking... Wait, what is that? Is that the fountain? What is this?
This Postlavatore mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Oh, good little delivery box.
The box seems happy.
Okay.
Eat shit pig, fucked by the Cumo, and Saint G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
Been there. Been there, little mailbox. Been there. I mean, I haven't, but this guy clearly has.
The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you. You shudder, then you swallow.
Alright. Imagine I won't be able to do that again, but... Let's see. Wait.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Okay, but oh man, I had thoughts. Where did my thoughts go? Oh, that's familiar. Okay. You guys look so much less intimidating now that I've zoomed in and can see you were just a couple of old dudes playing bocce.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
Let's not just jump into these guys' game. Let's watch for a little while.
See? Your munching and complaining have ruined my concentration.
As he misses.
Could the objective of the game be to throw the metal ball so it lands by the wooden ball?
Ah, mon Dieu. The pain in my back is unbearable. I can't even say if it's in my back or hip anymore. Feels like it's in both.
I hope you pass out from it, you goddamn jellyfish. Men like you are the reason this nation is sinking.
Old guys?
Trying to throw something as close to a predetermined point as possible. Measuring. This must be the age-old game of petanque.
I mean, it's a game. Let's see if I'm any good at it. I'm not. Okay. I'm clearly not.
This felt wrong. Wrong like touching your sister's breast. You threw your sister's breast.
Oh. Well, on the plus side, I feel better about not just grabbing the ball for the +2 modifier and throwing it. Because a crit fail's a crit fail. It doesn't matter.
Mon Dieu! Good job, officer. That was an excellent throw.
Oh, that was terrible, and I know it. No need to mock me.
What are you talking about? You just executed a pretty much perfect pétanque throw.
How are you ever going to get the officer's shit off your nose, Gaston? Or even climb out of his ass?
Okay. Perfect throw? Well, I still lost.
Probably because those rooster pants are squeezing you senseless. Whatever happened to practical, durable, Revachol made? Now, what can I do for you?
Look who's talking. That cockatoo uniform must give him a real advantage when fighting in the circus.
Yes, officer. What do we need from this gentleman?
Hi, Neffy. Do you know anything about the man hanging in the backyard? Just a few feet away.
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the locals?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
I mean, I don't know if I can or not. I literally forgot this city that I live in, my childhood, everything. You don't have a problem with cops.
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
I appreciate the vote of confidence, man.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
What about policewomen?
I'm confident they are indispensable in regard to all the paperwork and other administrative duties.
Oh. Let's see. I mean, there's no real point in antagonizing him. He doesn't know anything about it. Well, let's be a feminist. There are no duties an RCM woman couldn't carry out. There's no point in antagonizing him, but yeah, I'm not undercover here.
But you must agree that nature, in her infinite wisdom, has made men more fit to perform certain, more challenging tasks. Don't you, officer?
No. There are differences between men and women, but none that really apply to this particular job.
Really, officer? Match an average woman against an average man in a dark alley and see who comes out on top.
If a detective at my pay grade is facing somebody down in a dark alley, they have not done the prerequisite prior work, or have at least gotten very unlucky. And if somebody has a drop on you, I don't think it matters that much in an age of guns.
Gender equality is a very noble, very modern idea. But in real life, primal roles prevail. But I do not wish to discuss this matter further.
Yeah. Where did this crater come from?
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Anything to do with the bullet holes?
Yes. It was left by heavy artillery fire.
Okay. But why?
Why what?
Why artillery?
Because that's what happens when communists hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Did you use it?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
Why shell here? Doesn't look particularly tactically valuable.
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first.
Beachhead?
Yes. The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol. Mountainous was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
Strong silent type once more.
This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we blamed Betonk their mangled corpses.
I suspect you find that poetic.
Blood ground. You got old Rene going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Well, that explains the war damage.
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too. The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your hometown fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course, they still hold influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding them. What do you think?
I think that I have lost too much of my mind to have much of an opinion here.
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
Well, okay, let's see. Soft socialists being the way for hard-working classes to take over. Foreign powers cleaned up our mess, and now they rule us with shame. This coalition seems quite capable, actually. They absolutely do not. Me being their star detective seems case in point for that. Commies just don't understand how money works. I mean, it's not untrue, but I don't know, it implies that the capitalists do understand how it works, and disagree with that. Nothing. I don't think, I just do. That is very much the opposite. So let's see, am I mad at foreign powers? Or soft socialists paving the way for the hard working class? I think that.
Preposterous! Surely you don't mean it. I'm just sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those commie hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking my piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned to Revachol, or even if that damn clan Fouissel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio. This is just what the commies wanted. This was the plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
How does Philip III factor into this?
It doesn't. That was 100 years ago. It had nothing to do with anything.
Actually, I don't know who these people are. Who's Frizzell?
Damn Frizzell. He was a king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
He slouches as he says that. It makes him smaller, admitting they left the king to the mob.
And y'all? That one?
Two kings in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frizzell. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
Some manner of self-deceit is present in his thinking. Sounds like this Guillaume abandoned him, and he doesn't want to admit it.
What is a suzerain? My mind is jello right now, and I literally don't know.
Suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already.
Soon, they will forget everything. Him too. Then he chooses anger over melancholy.
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the Fifth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
Not gonna win that one. Thanks for your time. Alright, so the ones on white are able to be tried again. Yeah. Is there a way? Okay, need a copy of the city map before I can do that. The mirror. Alright.
Yes?
No. What is this? Alright. Let's check the mirror once more. And then talk to that guy. I think they were new.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Where does this expression?
It belongs in the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species.
Okay.
Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened.
Okay.
Forget about ostentatious orchestrations. For Revachol, your city, that meant only one thing. Guillaume Lamillion. If it doesn't rhyme, you're not pronouncing it right. Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open-air boîte de nuit somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression.
Anything else? Like who I am? Why I became a cop?
You have some understanding of the near history of disco, plus the trivia you've picked up along the way. Episodic memory, however, remains in the dark. It may never return. You should prepare yourself for that.
What does this have to do with ostentatious orchestrations?
Not really. Oh must have just stirred your mind. They're more like a disco rock band anyway.
Feel the need to make a clicking sound. Click, click.
The click is used to spur on a horse. It also features heavily in Guillaume Lamillion's regional mega hit, Don't Worry, Your Pretty Little Head. Sometimes you like to add finger pistols to the mix, because unlike Guillaume Lamillion, you are a police officer. It's your nifty little way to say, I'm armed and dangerous.
That's fun. Why did I adopt this look?
Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains.
How long ago did disco die?
There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression. Looking good on you, or anyone. 2 decades, if the calendar is to be trusted. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a different world now. The expression is a relic.
I guess that's it then.
It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne-corked smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return.
Cool. But let's let it go for now. What did I get?
Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Learning cap for perception increased. Gives 1 PSY. Did I get that? Oh, do I get that? Temporary research bonus. What does that give me? It's not. It's a problem. Okay, so don't have enough skill points to forget that. Hmm. Oh, there are a lot of these. Not a whole lot of these. Hmm. Don't have the skill points to level up. Tempted to unlock that, but no. Alright. I think really the only thing left to do is try and take down that body. Oh. Oh, the kitchen's open. Yes! What have we got back here? Spices, nothing out of the ordinary so far. That's probably mine. Hey dude, what's up?
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garanzi and Kubek. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garanzi Kubek. Please, it's not funny.
Hello, sir. Have you got time for some questions?
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
How are your pots?
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots. In turn, it's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
Well, this is a fruitful conversation, sir. Get back to your cooking. It smells delicious. What's this?
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
Let's try and push it.
The door does not budge.
Wonder where it leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
Because out back from the kitchen is where a dead man is.
The witch, outside, in the backyard. Remember? No, your fingers do.
There's a winch outside on the roof, like that of a small elevator.
Well, if there was a winch, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
The door and the main investigation will merge into a stereo investigation. Also, yeah, we're wondering how the dead man got up there. Winch would do it. Especially since the ladder is too frail for even Cumo to climb.
If you say so. Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
I will touch the door.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe.
Okay. A lead. like leads.
Can I help you?
Another thing.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
A blue door.
Oh yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it? Do you have a...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frig warehouse, probably.
Probably.
Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you want to know.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage.
Okay, so we've got a cursed neighborhood, a door that he can't access, but can access in here, to where he has a key to the dumpster where the dead man's clothes were. This feels super important.
So, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yes?
Bye! Okay, what are you? Find a way into this secret passage. Oh, I should stop this. Go back to my actual real life. Okay, but you think it's... Oh, right, this guy. Yeah, it usually is. Anything else back here that's interactable? Can I, ask you about the door?
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
You know about the door?
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Alright. Hello, miss. Do you know anything about the mysterious blue door?
Hello again, sweetie.
I go now. Okay. Sweetie does need money, but, yeah. In a plastic bag first. Okay. What is this again?
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
I guess that was the locked door sound? Okay. Has the wind changed, and can we get this guy down now?
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Yeah, he just hangs out here.
There
Yeah.
he still is, looking right through you. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Let's step closer.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Let's start at the top. Let's check him in the eyes. see if hanging was how he died.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. Underneath the curdled meat there is an expression, not carried on his features, but below, inside, an expression of pleasure. This man was experiencing joy at the moment of his death.
Who are you, dead man?
I'm gone.
I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
You are now, but who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
Okay. Another question.
Go ahead, Cumo.
Why were you feeling pleasure when you died? Is this just some really kinky play that went wrong?
Maybe I was getting my rocks off.
What dialect is that?
It's a mishmash, Copapolo. You think I'm Messinian, don't you? For you, this is how people from Messina speak like.
I have no idea what Messina is.
Well, I'm not from Messina, am I? My hair is too light a shade of brown. Trust your inner racist.
I hate that that's useful and how they phrased it like that, but knowing where he's from would actually be super useful. Is a corpse racist now too?
You think I am. You think I was a racist because this lump looks military and has tattoos. That's called profiling.
Okay, I actually really enjoy how they did this. How it's my interpretations of who the man is as though it's a conversation. That is excellently done. Okay, so you were getting your rocks off while they were hanging you?
Do I look like an erotic auto-asphyxiation type to you?
You know, I have no idea. I'm not gonna judge. Maybe? This doesn't seem like the place for it, so... no.
Captain Coppadromo, I fear we are drifting away, fixating on sexuality again. Let's go with a simpler question.
He didn't choke himself. You know it.
Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Where is that?
In the past. Way out in the west.
What is happening, man?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your...
Black frothy liquid bubbling out of his lips. That's fun.
Imagination.
Yeah, man! Don't be crazy! Inanimate objects and dead people can't really talk to you. Your wild imagination is doing this. Ask some more of those questions you love so much.
He loves those.
Why do I love those questions so much, other than the fact that I am a character in a game that is based on questions?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Give me a comical amount of questions.
Coming right up, Copper Rooney. This is getting upbeat now.
Who killed you?
Love did me in, Brother Copo. It was love all along.
Now that's feeling a little more mirror-y. Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
Is my name Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
No, it's obviously not.
Between you and me, your name is probably Harry.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of harried vibes lately.
You might be onto something there.
Can you ask me a question?
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
What?
Looking at my face, motionless. Looking into my eyes. Standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
Okay, I mean, one, it's probably most true, but it's also super depressing. I'm not doing this because Kim told me to. And maybe it'll lead to something. Yeah, I'm all about figuring out where this thread's gonna go. Well, enough of this.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Alright, what about the tattoos?
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
That was the religious symbol for the church.
His corpse is marked by stars.
Yeah, what will mine be marked by?
Alcohol and heartbreak.
On a map of the night sky. National pattern, maybe?
Of no nation that I know of. If anything, it reminds me of religious illumination, last or penultimate century. Men who live harsh lives often turn to innocent worship. But which one? I see no trace of a humanoid figure.
That's what I thought. Something religious. But we're missing something.
I agree.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
I'll let him do his work.
Shit, Cuno! What the fuck is that?
Shoot. Shoot.
An instant color camera.
Okay.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
Cool machine.
Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
What do we need this photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Mind if I hold on to it?
Sure. Just don't lose it.
No promises. Okay.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
Let's inspect that belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch.
That'd be a hard thing to set up with that ladder.
This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
Cargo, huh? Airlifting cargo.
Airlifting? I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Oh, yeah, no. Apparently this is for air transport, because my brain's telling me it is.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
So, local harbor. How did they even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
And climb up the ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory.
Ow. I wanted him to stay up there. Is it just because it was handy? Or is this a symbol of something?
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
Thinking dock workers?
The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
My past has undergone total annihilation. Nothing remains. My mother, the love of my life, and certainly not a briefing.
Okay, you should ask me for one the first moment we get.
Alright. Let's back off.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Let's inspect the boots.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them.
And the shirt was something that would be used to hide body armor. Again, Merc? Bodyguard?
Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you. Out of place somehow.
Oh, not strong ceramic, weak ceramic.
These are clearly not boots. They're armor. Possibly part of a larger set.
So yeah, no. Merc, maybe? Bodyguard? Assassin?
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
What's a sabaton?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Looks a bit out of place, doesn't it? And what happened to the rest of it?
The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
The Sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic.
Let's give it a knock.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether. Like whirls of floorboards, the design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps.
What does that remind me of?
If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right Sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
Okay, serial number, buyer, identity.
Good. Can you read it to me? We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
How did you buy this?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company, but that's just hearsay.
Security guard for the harbor? There's a strike going on. It's pretty advanced for security.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Let's grab the boot.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
Oh no, I'm going to
The
vomit.
Sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic.
Back off, look at the rest of the corpse.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Speak to me, dead man.
Of course. You have questions, don't you? The power of your imagination is at your service.
Alright, so going through everything else. Oh, does not unlock any new questions.
Come back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Let's squint and take a step back.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink.
Oh, there's a little birdhouse up there. That's nice.
This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration?
Let's see.
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
Okay. Pink. That's where it settles. Yeah, hands, thighs, neck just above the noose. Yeah, that seems about right.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
Well, yeah, he shit himself when he died.
So, what do you think?
It was up right after death. Consistent with the position of his hanging.
Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging.
But why? Position's rather public. Oh, lynching is public. But if he was killed elsewhere, the discoloration is around the belt. Yeah, it seems like a lynching. But then there's also the car. Whatever broke down this fence. Are they connected or not? What do you think about him being strangled by someone, Kim?
Yes, there's always a chance we are wrong. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
He's beaten. See the bruises?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
It means you fucked him up good, Cuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
Well, I think he's dead.
I agree.
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Totally dead.
Daddy dead. Daddy dead.
Dabadook Dook dead.
And he shit himself, which suggests that he wasn't moved. It would have been smeared.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
He went to the toilet sometime before death?
Maybe.
Let's back off and catch my breath.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
Alright, how do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
Alright.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue. The material appears to be ceramic, delicate and fragile. These are clearly not boots. They're armor. The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and... As you narrow your eyes, this is a trick. You've done it. Only the lower extremities are pink, with the cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Oh, only other possibility is to pull the boots off. Which I don't think is a good idea. Probably best to do that after taking him down. Let's get him down.
The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Sawing the branch just leads to another question of reaching up higher. Ask for help from the harbor?
I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
Yeah, let's consider other options.
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
Saw down the branch.
Climb up there and saw the branch.
A little dangerous.
There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Can someone else do it?
Someone else? You mean like the police?
I mean someone who's below detective.
Someone like a paid garbage man? Or a cleaning crew? I have bad news for you. That is a detective.
Oh.
I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
Well, I don't have my gun to shoot him down. Also, that seems like a just absolutely terrible idea. I think our only option is to ask for help from the harbor. I'm out of ideas. Alright. Yeah, we need to talk about getting him down.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Well, there was that winch there. Let's let this sit for a minute. What have I got?
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged. The pattern still kind of has an ethnic feel to it, but nothing familiar.
Huh. Interesting. What have I got for white checks? Empathy, legendary. I want to get in Kuno's head. Get in Kuno's head, but not today. Been staring at this game for too long. Well, thanks for watching, hanging out with me. It's a mystery wrapped in an enigma, wrapped in a tostado, wrapped in another mystery. Also wrapped in a belt. Anyways, hope you all have a great rest of your day. Okay. Bye.